this special episode of Pitch Practice the Show. What, everybody? Yes. It is we're calling this our pre-Thanksgiving. We want to wish everyone the American Thanksgiving. And Brandon,
cheers. I didn't bring my beverage with me. I don't think it'd be too appropriate for the stream.
Oh no, okay. This is a nice warm it's a warm cocoa. It's it's the night before Thanksgiving. Typically the house is smelling good right now. How's your house smelling there?
Not cooking anything just yet. All that cooking's gonna be done tomorrow. So it just smells like the old farmhouse, because that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the in-laws farm. They're dairy farmers, so everybody is this time of year cut their fields and have seasoned their fields, if you know what I mean, for the springtime. So you have that nice, freshly fertilized, naturally fertilized ground all around you. But it's good. It's good.
Okay. What type of when you say dairy farmers, what type of what are there, like cornfields? Because I know when I go up in that area of the country, I see a lot of cornfields.
Yeah, I mean the corn that's grown up in the Midwest, majority of it is going to be feed corn or corn used in processed food applications. Flours and things like that. Corn you just wouldn't go pull off the stalk and eat. That's sweet corn. That's a totally different variety. So what you're seeing is mostly, again, feed corn for animals, and then for processing, flour and things like that. Also, you see a lot of soybeans. So sowing for oils, and as well as feed for livestock, pigs and cows and all that kind of stuff.
Want to say thanks out there for joining us on this live evening episode of Pitch Practice the Show. We're on in the evening now, right? Well, we missed earlier today, but it was
totally
on purpose, right?
Yeah, totally my fault. I stayed up way too late last night working on some stuff, and I didn't go to bed till like 2:30, and I woke up. It was like 7:30, 7:45, rolling on 8, and I had to get somewhere by 8:30. So I was like, I don't know way I'll be able to get up, get ready, get on and do that. But we still stayed dedicated. We chatted a little bit, what we got going on for the weekend. We figured, we'll just pop on for a little bit tonight and let everybody know what's going on, what we are going to be reading next week, which is pretty exciting.
Yeah. It's an exciting time of year right now too, I believe, because it's right at the cusp. We're gonna. Okay, so we're starting a new book. Got my 10X hat here, just as a shout out to our new book that we're actually started the book though, Brandon. So I've listened to it all the way through. I think I read maybe the first 3. I have my bookmarks there. Oh, you see that? I have my things that I've bookmarked in it, because this is another great book right here. And I think I told you how much I really enjoy the bonuses that are that come with the audio version, but we'll really get into that more next week. I did want to talk about something else that I did get this week that I thought about you when I picked it up too. I'm going to throw a shout out there to a friend. It's a book.
It's a book.
Yeah.
What kind of book?
Yeah, another book. It's another book. And I thought about you and I said, man, this would be really cool. So Molly from my other visibility hacking and our show, she tagged me in this this post where you can actually get. He just wrote a book, and he's really actually read it and give feedback. So you ready for this? Have you seen it?
Outrank. Yeah. Okay. Your
See
guide
that?
to making more online by showing up high. Yeah. Okay. There you go. I'm all about the SEO.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I said this might be a good book that you might want to check out. I think what I'll do is I'll tag you in the comments. Yeah, it came right to my door. I think I was in a Black Friday frenzy, just ordering books, having them come to my door. I'll show you a couple other books that I just happened to pick up recently.
Hook Point. Yep, that's a good one by Brendan Kane. I loved his $1 million or million follower group method or million follower method there.
100 million followers.
Yep. What surprised me though, like though he has the oh, sorry, man, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no. Go ahead. I think a little lag, but go ahead.
Yeah, what I was saying was I did look into him a little bit deeper, you know, because that's the first book that I listened to from him, and I think I have a physical copy of it as well. But I checked him out. He has a lot of followers, but the engagement is kind of surprisingly low. So I don't know if he's just throttled and not really doing anything with it, or how did he really get all of his followers? You know what I mean?
Really? What social media?
Instagram was the one I looked at.
Okay. I've listened to the book, and I thought there was some really good takeaways from it about, you know, his viral strategy. But I haven't listened or read the 100 million followers. But I picked up the audio version of Hook Point on Audible. It was basically one of the I think it was like a free you know how Audible has the free and actually just download and listen to, but I just wanted the physical copy as well to have it in my hand and be able to note it. Okay.
Yeah. I have the Hook Point. It's sitting on my bookshelf right now. I haven't cracked it open, but maybe I will this holiday break.
All right. So what exciting has happened since we met just over 7 days ago? It's been, oh man, it seems like every week it's like something, just a lot of stuff going on right now, right?
Yep. So the Bruce Wayne gig is more into the marketing side now, where I'm selling stickers. I know that's kind of weird, but no, selling overlays for industrial equipment, one, but we also do branding and brand marketing for industrial companies as well. So any type of major sign application or things like that can be printed on vinyl and stuck on, you know, sides of trucks and things like that we can do. Batman gig's still going strong with regards to the marketing deal. I got a funnel client that I mentioned on my podcast a couple weeks ago, Business Growth Accelerator on Spotify. Check it out. And we actually had an episode recorded that dropped. I published it on Monday, and went really well. Got a couple listens right off the bat soon as it hit. And what really stands out is this young lady amassed 60,000 followers in 2 months, and then built an email list of 5,000 in that same amount of time. Actually, over 5,000 now. She has over 5,000 leads, and she's 100% freaking out every other day. She doesn't know what to do.
Oh
Yeah,
my
she's
God.
freaking out. She has such a
That's
following now
funny.
and such a big list, and is kind of scrambling with trying to do all of the things that we're going to talk about here in a second, um, to make it work and start to monetize it. So she's like building this thing from behind the eight ball, and I'm doing my best to coach her as she's coaching other people in the sense that it's okay. Imperfect action makes perfect results. Let's just roll with it and get things out as quickly as possible, and just rock and roll with it. In fact, we had a technical glitch today. Sent out a newsletter, and one of the links, for whatever reason, didn't work. Even after I tested it in incognito browsers and sent tests and things like that, I sent it out, and I don't know. Maybe I had too many tabs open, and the version that I saved didn't translate to the one that that went out. So, things like that happens. We just got to roll with the punches and rock and roll. But no,
Oh,
it was a fun episode, and looking forward to doing more and kind of showing that case study that if you do the things that we're going to be getting into here, it does work. You do have to be in the right niche. She's in health and wellness, but they work.
uh-huh.
They work.
How interesting. It's funny because getting a lot of attention, having a lot of leads is exciting and it's terrifying at the same time.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I think if I had it, I'd be pretty excited about it, and then I really would try to figure out how to capitalize in the most ethical way possible. But still, I mean, you're doing the hard work. You're sowing your fields. You want to reap what you sow and help as many people out and be well compensated for it. So so good for her. We're working through that, but yeah, it's going good. In fact, I got a call with her in about 10 minutes or so to talk about next steps.
Awesome. Yeah, I saw the podcast and I saw the results with the following growing, and I said, wow, what is Brandon doing? What is his secret sauce? Maybe you could share some of your secret sauce with the lucky listeners out there, and I'm taking notes now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's not my secret sauce. It's 100% on her being the attractive character and what she is doing. And she's going live pretty much daily, lunchtime. She's putting at least one piece of content out a day. And I know a lot of people were saying you got to do massive content, 10, 12, 13, 14, like all kinds of posts everywhere. You really don't have to do that. At least she's proven that you don't have to do it. You just have to have a compelling story, which she does. 84 pounds in 10 months. Absolutely crazy, insane. Be the attractive character, tell a good story, and then connect with your target audience. And she connects with stay-at-home moms who, are struggling a little bit in the weight loss area, who tend to look for the quick fix and continue to fail. And then, they come to realize that the quick fix isn't there. They actually need a program to stick to. But as you know, programs like 75 Hard and I can't think of any other ones, but they're hard, right? That's why they call it 75 Hard. You got to do so much stuff. And if you miss a day, then you have to start over, right? Well, that's not her program at all. So that softness of it, plus her personality, and then seeing her results of doing it, like she's just teaching people exactly what she did. And that's how she has been able to, amass such a following so quickly and kind of keep it going.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that. I think when
don't congratulate me.
kind of
Congratulate her. I just stepped in to help clean everything up when it came to funnel wise because her tech stack was a mess. Emails weren't getting sent out and hitting the inbox, and the funnels themselves, they were super ugly funnels, but they were working. So I just cleaned them up, made them look more professional. Made them look more professional and make sure the emails hit the inbox. and then I'm helping around on the back end with content and the foundational structure of what needs to be in place moving forward, if that makes sense.
Well, congratulations on
Yeah.
your mutual success.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Cool.
She actually got a deal today, a nice high ticket one-on-one deal. And and she only started really monetizing this past Tuesday. We launched the accountability coaching meetings, put that second step in the funnel. 22 people raised their hand for that. She closed one deal already. So sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Oh man, oh yeah. And I think it sounds as if she's really tapped into her blue ocean. And that's really awesome. I want to say what's up. I see Frank out there watching us live this evening. What's up, Mr. Frank? Comment where you're watching from. Give us a hashtag where you're watching from. Are you ready for Thanksgiving tomorrow? Are you eating right now? You got plans to eat a lot, Brandon? You got plans to do some shopping? You got plans? Have you seen any? I mean, okay, let's talk about the online world of Black Friday deals.
Yeah, I've seen a bunch of offers coming through that seem pretty ridiculous. I think I took one of them up when it came to a GPT bot, but it turned out to be, I don't know, ho-hum after the fact. So I'll probably be refunding that.
That's the one you were working with last night.
Yes. Yes, that kept me up until 2:30 in the morning. And it's totally my fault.
Tell me about this.
Yeah, so it's basically GPT prompts paired up with this.
One sec. I want to also throw a shout out there to Jonathan Zamorano. What's up? You out there watching? Haven't seen you in a while. Thanks for tuning in. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You're right, man. So the front end of the offer is the product of the prompts for the bot, right? And the bot itself is an app called Maker, which is like Zapier. Okay. And so you buy the bot, then you got to do a Maker account, which is an affiliate link. I triple check all that stuff, man. I hack everything on how this person is making money. He's selling the bot. He then links his site to an affiliate deal to the second tool that you need behind the scenes that actually does the work, right?
Of course.
Yeah. And then, there's training and tutorials on how to get everything set up. The problem that I had is with my GPT account. I have Pro, but I don't have any type of payment set up on the back end for the API calls. So even though my account has credits in it, for whatever reason, I wasn't able to run these bots because the way something screwed up with my account. So I got to figure that part out. But there's a lot of hidden costs behind this bot. So you buy the bot up front, you only get so many API calls. I mean, there's some free things there, right? For the accounts that you have to sign up with. But still, if you plan on running these things a lot, there's going to be a lot of hidden recurring costs that just start stacking up behind you. So you just have to be careful with that, with all these automation tools that are coming out. So there's a little bit of word for the wise there. But the prompts themselves for that came kind of as an upsell to the deal, because I did buy the upsell for it, are good. So that part of it's good. The bot part's terrible, but the prompts for GPT are phenomenal. I've been using them pretty much all day here for the Bruce Wayne job with cold emails and social posts and things like that I've been sending out. So they're good. So that's good.
Okay. So exactly what what have you been generating with the bot, and what does it do? Oh my gosh, how much news has there been in the past couple of days with OpenAI? Have you been?
Yeah, I saw Sam Altman there. He got the boot and then everybody was threatening to quit, and so he kind of came back. So there's that, which is good. So hopefully that nothing really changes with there. I like the new update that GPT has kind of rolled out to where you can make your own GPTs now, which is neat. So there's a lot of people selling info products on how to create, your perfect GPT with there that doesn't take API calls, right? But with those bots, for what I was trying to make was a weekly blog post. And the way the prompts and everything were set up is that you had your keywords that you wanted to go for, and I chose direct response marketing and email marketing, right? So those are the two top things that I wanted to focus on for my website. And then it rolls into the GPT prompts, which states that I'm an SEO expert. You're doing the research for these keywords, which hooked up to another API, and then it runs it through. And then for the very last step, it would put the blog post within a Google account, a Google Doc, along with a link from Pexels for a header image. So there's a Pexels API that it would call on to, give you the image that you want. So it's all set up, done for you. So you just have it run. You set it how often you want it to run, which I would set up once a week. And then there you go. You have your blog post. And you could have done it with an email newsletter. You could have done it with social media posts and things like that. And it's automation to the max for the most part.
What is the quality of these posts? What's the quality output? Because it's not so much, what I find is it's not so much the output as it is the input. And that's what determines the quality. So how are your outputs there? And do you think they're in depth? They are, do you think it's let it do it without any? You couldn't get it to run. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't get it to run. It got stuck in the GPT section there. That the API call wouldn't let it run. I kept getting an error on it, and when I checked the site on why I was getting the error, it said I didn't have enough credits or enough payments for it to run. So I don't know, again, that whole back end deal to where how much it would actually cost me to produce that blog post with that API call. And that, again, that's the hidden cost of these bots, and anything related to GPT that's automated are those calls. They're not really expensive. Like you're looking at 0.005 cents per, 170 or 135 characters or something like that, which, we went to Funnel Hacking Live and Perry Belcher was like talking about what it costs to produce a blog post. And it could be, 10 cents to produce a blog post with an API call to GPT. And so it's not very expensive to do, but, it does add to those hidden costs if you end up doing it a lot. I'm not one to knock 10 cents for getting something that's halfway decent quality you can work with, but it's trying to at least get the free one done was the difficult part.
Okay. So on a scale of 1 to 10,
I'll give it a 7 only for the upsell that I bought itself. And that was just the 10,000 plus GPT prompts that cover everything from marketing, social posts, blog posts, business strategy, marketing strategy, like all that kind of stuff that you can get GPT to do for you. They're great foundational things that you can then go in and tweak to make your own, but at least it helps you not have that writer's block, that somebody's already done the research on kind of what to put in and get a halfway decent response out. You just take it and make it your own and then rock and roll with it. And then I would then have something to resell myself because they're not licensed. I mean, they're not copywritten for what they are. They're GPT prompts, so you come up with some good stuff. You can then resell that.
Okay. Yes. Smash that heart button if you're out there watching. Thanks for joining us on this Thanksgiving Eve, this special episode of Pitch Practice, the show, our pre-Thanksgiving, but we're going to be cutting it short. So we've already been on for 25 minutes. Can you believe it? Wow, time flies. I know. It's always so great to catch up with you, Brandon, man. And just see how week after week, it's like always so many exciting things happening. I just released my brand new one-pager. It's called the ClickFunnels 2.0 Moving Guide, and I've been teasing it since a couple weeks ago, and it officially went live inside of my Facebook group. It's been getting a lot of traction, and I'm some adjusting of, because inside the group there's just a ton of resources about funnel building, a ton of I've got my sales funnel success guide, and it's the guide that everybody grabs as soon as they jump in the group. When Facebook used to have the guide section that was really easy to access, and they were promoting it, but I find they're not doing as much promoting of the guide section anymore, and it's not as easy to find. So I'm using more of the featured posts inside of the groups. And those featured posts are like being able to pin it up at the top so that everyone that comes in the group actually automatically sees it. And I'm actually using short video content as well, whereas before I was using just the image posting. So I'm putting it up there, and I'm calling it the unofficial one-page ClickFunnels 2.0 Moving Guide. It's showing all of the 6 steps needed to transfer your websites and funnels over to ClickFunnels 2.0. Excuse me. I think we've got making a lot of exciting changes in the software recently. Even AI. I've got new AI generated funnels where we're using the AI to generate images for either backgrounds, and it's just making it so much easier. Have you seen the new MSN, or I think it's called Copilot?
No.
Copilot?
I have not.
That's right, because you are not a PC guy at all.
Is it only on PC?
So it's Microsoft's answer for Chat GPT, and they've added this little. They call it your Copilot. I haven't done much experimenting with it, but everyone is, just so, pushing this AI thing and really, stretching the boundaries of what it can do. So I think it's really a matter of, either adapt to it or, get left behind. But
yeah,
I've been experimenting a little bit. You've noticed a big spike in it?
Yeah, I mean, everybody's kind of pushing AI right now. It's kind of getting, I guess, a second win because it was super huge at the end of last year, beginning of this year. Now it's kind of cycling back around in the world, for at least what I'm seeing or what the algorithm wants to show me. So yeah, but hey, before we go, what else did you just get in the mail?
What else did I just get in the mail? Oh, so you know that 10X, that this is part 3. This is the 3rd book by Dan Sullivan and Hardy. Picked up the 2nd book by Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. Do you remember we were at Funnel Hacking Live? We were doing the recording, and it was Brendan and Steve. And we talked something. And remember, Brendan mentioned this book?
He did.
He mentioned it to me. He said, have you read this book? I hadn't. So I got it because I didn't realize when Dan Sullivan says in this book, well, I think, no, it's actually, it's Dan Sullivan. He says, well, this is part 3. He says, you should read the other 2 first. You should read Who, Not How. That's the first one with Dan Sullivan and Benjamin Hardy. And then The Gap and the Game. And this is like the 3rd book in the trilogy. I didn't know that. Did you?
Okay. No clue. I don't know who Ben Hardy was until Funnel Hacking Live. So, I mean, his he was pretty cerebral for what he was doing.
Yeah, and then I did finally got this.
Finally got the linchpin. Yep, and that's what we're going to talk about here. And with what I was doing with Crystal there and her movement, she's following the linchpin literally to the T. She's spinning that attractive character flywheel super hard right now, right, and trying to keep that momentum going. She's running a challenge, a 60-day challenge.
Yeah.
We're working on a Mythky, trying to at least. And then we got to figure out the continuity that goes behind it. So, it's crazy to see how it works. And I don't think she's that familiar with this whole process, but it's going to be my job to kind of school her up with it and get her going.
Yeah, I really love this whole linchpin model and how it's mapped out, with the attractive character flywheel that's leading into all of your funnels. And I'm really anxious. We talked a lot about it at the Funnel Hacking Live, but how the value ladder fits into the linchpin model, and how you actually, before it was just, he just had this value ladder with all these different funnels, and there was no real clear entry point for them. People would get confused. It would say, come in at your low level and push them. The linchpin model gives you the framework. Pretty good. All right, man, we're already 30 minutes. I will be.
Yep, let's rock and roll.
I will be eating, drinking, laughing, and you know what? I can't stay away from work, man.
Yeah, I think after the kids go down here, I'll probably flip this thing back open and actually catch up on all the stuff that I probably should have been doing, getting these blog posts up and out on my account. That way my RSS feed picks it up and starts sending out my at least monthly newsletter of all the stuff that I've posted and published. Because I know I've been slacking on my Monday marketing madness, which I need to pick back up again. I think I'm going to end up turning them into audios on my Spotify account. And that way I know they'll at least get sent out when podcasts drop from that RSS feed. In fact, because of that, I actually got a client back from it. They actually reached back out to me that I pitched probably a year ago. Finally was like, all right, let's see what this guy can do, because he's doing well. He made a good bit of money this year in the roofing deal, but he knows he can do better if he just added 4 or 5 things to his business on the back end to get more traffic and better leads in. So that's what we're going to be working on.
That's awesome, man. That's the thing about this content. You put it out there and it's always working for you. And it might be just a little bit, or it might just be that, it might be that first nudge that they need. It might be the second or third nudge, but then it might be one that takes them over the hill. But you've made the content once, and it's out there working for you. And that's the beauty of it. Thanks for watching. We had quite a few people on with us. Just want to throw some shout outs. Happy Thanksgiving. Hope you're enjoying this evening with the ones that you love. And in closing, I just like to say that I am thankful for all of the blessings, this opportunity that we have to connect with others in this online world. It's amazing. Let us know what you're thankful for in the comments. And your last words, Brandon.
The key is to follow up. That's the number one thing that I can say right now at this point in time. As I just mentioned, the guy reached back out to me. It's probably the 50th email that he got from me. It can take that many touches to get somebody to actually do business with you. So the money is definitely the follow up. Get your content on point. Just start making stuff. It doesn't have to be great, but do a lot of it. If it's great, you don't have to do as much, but there's that. And then enjoy the rest of the year. And get ready for next year, because 2024, maybe it'll be a lot better than 2023.
That's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to next week. Next week, we should be in the mornings.
We should be in the morning. We'll be in the morning. I'll go to sleep early on Tuesday. I'll make a note at it. I gotta get my own accountability going and setting that timer. It's like, all right, it's 10 o'clock, go to bed. I got pitch practice in the morning.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in with us, and we will see you next week. Take care, everybody.
Take care.
This coffee or this cocoa.
Did you stop it? Because I still see live on my end.